What up, what up, what up? What up, everybody? It's your girl, Marquita, but they like to call me who? Miss Hollywood, and you're tuned into another episode of So Hollywood, the podcast.
Is it me or is it hot in here? You got it. Is it me or is it hot in here? H-O-double-L-Y.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's your girl, Marquita, but they like to call me who? Miss Hollywood. And you're tuned into yet another episode of So Hollywood, the podcast. So Hollywood, the podcast is a platform where everyone is treated equally, and I bring them together with this thing called entertainment. Brr, 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 brr. I like to do the sound too, and if y'all don't hear it, y'all hear it through my face. So it's all good. But catch the latest episode of So Hollywood, the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming platform or YouTube. And I think the latest one I did on Instagram. Yeah, I did it on Instagram. If you want to perform on Welcome to the Limelight, I do have a performance area here. Next time I got to get you to perform, but we're going to get that. But I'm going to bring up my special guest today. We met through Versacal, and he also booked me for an event that he had for local artists as well as other artists. They flew in. It's called In the Mix, and it was in the, an event in Portsmouth at Roger Brown's. He is an artist, pro basketball player, the creator of M.A.G, Must Achieve Greatness brand. He's a songwriter, entrepreneur, and he's a graduate of ODU. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. That is correct. And we have Frank Lou in the building. How you doing today?
I can't call it. Chilling.
You just got off the flight, didn't you?
Fresh off the bird.
You was over there playing basketball, or what were you doing over there? Not trying. You was definitely over there doing some things.
Yeah. Just got to the crib for a little mini vacay.
Okay.
Chilling.
Okay, definitely. And you're originally from here, or?
Yeah, Chesapeake.
Oh, wow.
You know, with the ODU, like you said, Norfolk. So yeah, I'm around the way with it.
I didn't know that. We're gonna get into this interview now. So how did this thing called entertainment enter your life? Although you are a professional basketball player, entertainment had to come in your life somewhere, somehow. So what is your earliest memory that you can remember?
Ooh. I would say this, like, sports entertainment is like one category.
Okay.
Like, it's all together. So really sports is entertainment.
Right,
So
absolutely.
I was always performing in front of people, man, with sports. And I've been playing ball since what? It's diapers. Yeah, so I'm always hooping. But as far as like music side of things, started performing 4 years ago, and yeah.
So this is kind of fresh. The artist side of it is kind of fresh for you.
Real new.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what it was like growing up in Chesapeake, because not a lot of people know about the Virginia area and the talents that we have as a whole. So talk a little bit about that, and also what influenced you to get on the path of being an athlete.
The Peak. Shout out to the Peak, man. Shout out to the whole 7-5. We built different. I was just telling my homeboy the other day, I just feel like we built different. On the basketball side, there was a lot of talent coming out here when I was growing up.
Absolutely.
Even now, it's a lot of talent. It was always tough, always competitive for sure. You better, I told some of my homeboy, like I said, you better learn how to lose, better learn how to fight. You know what I mean? If you're going to make it out of here as far as sports-wise. So I learned a lot of early lessons here in VA with hoops, you know what I mean? So. Yeah, in the Peak, I'm from Indian River. I went to Indian River.
Okay.
So from that way, a lot of real ones who showed me a lot of things and on and off the court. So it was a blessing. And like I said, I just feel like we all just built different.
Was basketball your first choice, or was that your only choice?
First love. Diapers. Like I said, my mom and my daddy a ball. That's when I woke up. That's what I saw when I was born. And I just fell in love with basketball. It's the first thing I was introduced to.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just hoop. So to me, it's just natural to hoop. You know what I mean?
So how was your support like during that time when you were growing up?
Ooh, lucky. I'm blessed.
You had a 2-parent household.
Yeah, I had two on. I had a mom and a daddy, you heard me? I'm blessed.
Shout out to the mamas and daddies out there.
Already. Yeah, for sure, man.
So they saw your talent early, or how did they, push you to be the great player that you are?
Ooh. I got cut in ninth grade. I ain't get much tick in middle school, so I was a late bloomer.
Okay.
So I caught a quick growth spurt that junior year,
Okay.
so that helped out a lot. But my early days was just a lot of support. Pops fucked with it. Pops liked it. He introduced me to it. I liked it. Mom's riding with whatever. So it was always that type of support system. Now, again, like I said, you gotta take a lot of losses. So I learned from a lot of my losses. Like, so when I was young, I used to lose a lot of games. I get fucked up on and off the court. So I had to figure some things out, and I learned from a lot of that type of shit. You know what I mean? So,
Do you have any brothers or sisters or anybody
it's
that?
5 of us.
It's 5
of us.
total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Total.
You're the oldest or you
Middle.
the middle? Okay.
Right in the middle, right in
So
the
did
middle.
they play a role in that as well?
Facts. My homeboys growing up, from Chef Jam to Jody Ryan to Vinny, we hooping together and all of that. So, and my younger brother now is a coach over at Nansemond River High School. And
Okay.
yeah, he's 6'7", so growing up, he was a sparring partner per se. We was always hooping. And my older siblings, they was always supportive. Came to the games. If I need something, they'll hook me up. And then I had coaches that were supportive. So like I said, I was blessed.
Right.
No matter what I needed, I had access to it. You know what I mean? Whether it was good or bad. You know what I mean? So.
Now, did you get any injuries during those times? And like you
Girl,
said,
I'm talking about injuries. Lordy.
you said you'd have been through a lot. So I just want to. You had to light
up to that, girl. Shit. Pray to God. I'm 34 now? Shit,
okay.
Hanging on. But yeah, I had some, pray to the heavens I ain't never had surgery, but when I was at ODU, I played with a cast on my leg, so I had to play with a stress fracture. And I played with broken fingers. Yeah, man, I had to get it in. What? There's money on the line? I got to get it in. What? I used to get it in. I haven't played through all that.
So once you graduated ODU, where did being an athlete kind of take you?
It's like each step, right? So each step you got, and I'm talking about serious ball. I ain't talking about like rec or play ball.
Right.
So, and ball is money. So middle school, you got the AAU circuit. Some young boys really bringing in money. They don't even realize like y'all are trying to get a scholarship. A scholarship is worth a lot of money.
Absolutely.
So from middle school to high school is different pressure to elevate, and it's different pressures to make the high school team, make a better AAU team. So I had to go through that stage. Then from high school to college was another stage because everybody trying to get signed. Where you going? This and that. You know, everybody want to post their shit on Instagram now with the hat and I'm going here and shit. We ain't had that back then. You know what I mean? So we had to figure that out. So when I finally got to ODU, now played in the NCAA tournament, played in a couple smaller tournaments, and I was doing my thing. So people in my inbox now, 8 different agents in my inbox now, like, yo, I can get you paid. Like, what? Bro, you get $250,000, you get $300,000, you get $500,000. So, all right, call my number if you ain't bullshitting. That type of stuff. So it was just like, okay, so now I'm coming into my own, trying to make some decisions, and I can see it. Yeah.
Now, during that time, did you know like you needed to get an agent or you needed to, do any of that business side to move forward with your?
I knew nothing.
Nothing. How did you? Now, how did you learn that, or did it just, like you said, just came into light?
Like I said, from the on and off the court earlier, I learned from a lot of losses. So the same thing, I had to learn from losses. I had to go through it. I had to figure out, okay, this agent is this team got this, I want this. Like, athletes don't even really know, especially overseas. It's different from overseas and in the league. So
talk about it.
Yeah, it's different. It's a lot of different things. And usually in the league, you got a team and you got people that kind of manage. They got more resources to teach you and help you in certain things. At least for you to take advantage of it, it's up to you. You can do it or not. But overseas, it's the wild, wild west.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get or how it's gonna come. You just gotta figure out. You know what I mean? So
as you go.
I took a lot of losses, a lot of different losses, and I said, okay, I want this. So now I started creating my own shit.
And this was fresh out of college.
Fresh out of yeah. The first job I took out of college, I went to Turkey in the middle of nowhere. Right?
How was that? Was that like a culture shock or like?
Girl, that shit scared the shit out of me, girl. Well, I don't know what these people saying. I don't know what these folks saying. They going crazy. I'm in the middle of nowhere, dirt roads. Yeah.
They just put you off and was like.
The whole city smelled like a farm. Cow shit, the whole city. It was disgusting. I was out there with Gary McGee. He's
I
the
don't know
big
who's
from Pitt.
half
Okay,
these
yeah,
motherfucking basketball players. I'm sorry. I
It's
do
all good.
apologize.
It's all good. He played at Pitt, did his thing. But yeah, it was just a experience. I had to like thug it out. Like I had to get my mind right for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my pops wanted me to leave because late payments. So they owed me some money. Pops like, why you still there training? Why you still there practicing and balling when they owe you money? They ain't
And
paid
by
you
this time,
until-
you still hadn't had an agent or any of that
I
yet.
had one agent at
Okay.
this point.
Okay.
I ain't had no payday though. I mean, I had an agent. So he sent me to Turkey and they were supposed to pay me. They ain't pay me. So Pops told me to leave. So I left. And then after that, I was home, and then I tried out for the D League and the NBA. And
What's
NBA
the D
Summer
League? Can you explain it to those that may be less fortunate of knowing basketball
D-League.
terms? You know,
It's
what I mean?
like the minor leagues for the NBA. It's like
Okay.
now it's the G League. If you see it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I had to go through that process. Tried out for some teams. The Spurs was fucking with me for like a month or two. They was fucking with me heavy, and then I tried out for like 10, 11 different teams. But no one give me guaranteed money. So I was learning I needed guaranteed money at that time. At that time, people after college, I was hustling. I'm trying to get to it. I ain't had no money.
Right.
So I'm trying to make this ball work.
Right.
And no one was giving me guaranteed money. So then I had family issues. Everybody needed money and shit like that. So it's like, okay.
Talk a little bit about that portion of it, because a lot of people don't know, you know, the ins and outs of, you know, when you make it to the league or just are in a high profile type stage and getting money or, you know, potentially about to get the money. So talk about that side of your life. Sorry about that.
Ooh. When I was in college, coming to pro ball, transitioning into the business world with it, I'm thinking like everybody else thought. Like, only the ones that's first round in the NBA, they get the guaranteed bag. Okay. In the second round, you got to still work for it, but they give you, I mean, you still got a foot in the door. They give you clout. Now, if you go undrafted, or if you're not even on the I was on draft boards, but I was undrafted. If you're not even on the draft board, then you just now you think I got to hustle go overseas. But I had a shot. So with that, it was still non-guaranteed. Like nobody was guaranteeing me, so they ain't got to pay me. So I had to go through that circuit for a while and figure that out. And then, like I said, Pops was sick, so I had to figure that out with him. He needed some bread. And then my little Brody, he had some things going on with school and stuff. And you know, so it was a whole bunch of things going on at that time. So I just took the overseas joint and it stuck with me.
Now, how long did you stay overseas?
I'm still over there now.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
12 years. Yeah, I live over there.
So you just
basically.
in and out the States?
In and out, country to country to country to country. I'm never in one spot for more than 7 months, 8 months.
Must be nice. Okay.
It got its perks. It got its ups and downs. You know what I mean? It got its perks.
It's kind of the way you're explaining it is kind of like the music industry in a sense, because you're undrafted or independent or you know however it may be. But can you kind of? I know it was like 4 years ago that you became an artist. Now during these times of going overseas and traveling and stuff like that, had you been working on being an artist, or was this like?
No.
None of it. Everything was just strictly basketball, and that's it.
As far as business aspect.
As far as business aspect, yeah.
All right, bet. So again, I was figuring it out. So graduated from ODU, boom. First year, I was scrambling, played in the D League. Even I was working at like the Farm Fresh over there and going to practice type stuff.
Okay.
Okay, boom. Came back summer league. After summer league, I went to Israel because, like I said, I needed bread, and they offered me some good bread.
Okay.
Now I'm making good money.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and that first bag in Israel, of course, I blew it. Of course. Like, what? I've never had money. So I helped who I need to help, and the rest was play. So, yeah, what? Come on now. What? If you ain't never had a certain amount of money, and somebody give you, what if you get a certain amount of money right now, you never had it? Like, I'm talking about like 6 figures type shit. And you never.
Damn. What's the biggest thing that you bought and the first thing that you bought?
Cars. I bought two bought a Durango, bought the Camaro. I always wanted a Camaro. Then I bought like, at one point I had like 250 pairs of shoes. Like, crate. That was partying, bro. I'm a party. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go up. This shit's going up. Like, now. Like, so I was doing a lot of that.
Right.
Like, it was nothing to go somewhere for a weekend and 10, 15 bands. Let's go. Fuck it.
Damn. You heard,
I knew it was
listen.
coming back though, cause I was hooping.
Right,
Like, to that point. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Gotcha.
I'm still hooping, but I'm saying at that point in my mindset, that's how I looked at it.
Right. When did you start saving that? Like, okay, it might not come back. Knock on wood, but it might not.
Oh no, you want to that motherfucker dance. I ain't no nothing fuck the wood. we gonna get it. Shit, girl.
That Michael Jackson bad, ain't it? Look, he had to light the blunt again. I know that's right. Because you're a brand in a whole. Because we're going to talk about the brand that you also created, which is M.A.G, Must Achieve Greatness.
Yeah.
But during these events that took place, after you became, well known in the industry, how was your support system then? Did anybody fall back? Did you lose folks, or was it just like, okay, now I'm really 10 toes down and I gotta push forward?
Talking with my basically my homeboys. Of course, okay. So the fam always gonna be the fam, right?
Right.
So a lot of people I hang out with got the same mindset. We got similar mindsets.
Okay.
Right. And if we don't, then we don't hang out. Right? It's what it is. I see. You know what I mean, if I'm out in the streets, whatever, we partying. But my homeboys I grew up with, the same homeboys I hang out. Like after I leave him, I go smoke one with them.
Right.
And they all doing what they wanted to do growing up. Like my brother wanted to be a basketball coach. He a basketball coach. My older brother, he wanted to work in the hospital, so he's working in the hospital. So I don't know his exact titles, but sister, she's a business owner. Other sister's a business owner. And then my Chef Jam, that's my right-hand man. And he basically a restaurateur and a popular chef in the area.
Okay.
So I mean, we have fun. Yeah, we act wild, but we ain't crazy now. We ain't stupid now. We gonna do what we want to do, and we gonna push forward with that. So a lot of my peers, a lot of my homeboys live that same type of life, but within their world. See, mine is basketball, sports, and entertainment. Okay. Basketball, music, but he is a chef and he's helping people in the hospital. He's a coach. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right. Yeah. So they come into play in your life as far as like teamwork. When it comes to like having a team around you, how important is that for you as far as like just overall in general as an artist and also as an athlete?
Okay. So at first, when I was in Israel, and after that I went to Italy, I didn't look at myself as a brand. I was just playing basketball. Okay. So my homeboys, my fam, they all doing what they want, and Frank's just playing basketball. So it ain't like we support each other, but it ain't like no one looked at me and said, "Hey, Frank, do this with this money. You make this money." Right. No one did that. Okay. I mean, we was just, like I said, partying and having fun. Now, when I actually sat back and look at it, I wanted to do more, and then I started. That's when my pops died. And when my pops died, me and him was like this. So then now I lost something real close to me, and now that trial and error and that, bruh, like I got a game the next day, and I get a call that he's dead, and then so I got to come home, bury my father, come back on the plane, fly 17 hours to go play another game type shit. Yeah, it was crazy. So I ain't even really truly. What's the word I'm looking for?
Coped or healed or
none of that. None of that happened with me. You know. So with that, I just burying myself in my work.
To this day, or is that just something that
I think I just started.
Okay. Yeah,
I just started. You know what I mean? So with all of that going on at that age.
What age were you?
22, 23.
Okay.
And my first time leaving Virginia. So it's just like. It was heavy on me, so I just when shit get heavy for me, I bury myself in my work. Okay. So I was getting work done, and I'm hooping, I'm going crazy, but then like start smoking heavy and then doing other shit, like it was just a bunch on me. So after that period, and that's a lot of basketball players, a lot of my peers, a lot of my homeboys go through similar things. Some people, I done seen people have mental breakdowns overseas. Look at Ben Simmons. Look at. Dang, I forgot the other kid name, but It happens all the time, but people don't even realize it. And then as an athlete, you don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
You don't know what the fuck you're going through. So.
Right.
Once I got kind of to a point in that process, I said, okay, I got to do something other than basketball.
Okay.
So I started a nonprofit, and I started doing events for kids and training kids and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then I started looking at myself as a brand, like, oh, okay, I'm more than just an athlete. So what more is there? And I started searching. You know what I mean?
And is that when you created M.A.G? Which was when was that created exactly? What year was that around?
M.A.G. always been there. To see my homeboys I was just talking about growing up when we was in high school, we were playboys. So it stood for Magnum condoms. That's what it stood for, Magnum condoms. We was Magnum. We was wilding. Drawer about 1,000 condoms.
Outside. That's
I ain't want to come in. I ain't want to come in. What? Street lights on, I'm still running. That's how I was. For
Y'all
real.
see Frank?
What? Going berserk. I forgot half the shit I did. I swear to God, I forgot. There was a lot going on. But that's where M.A.G. came from. Okay. You know what I mean? Magnum condoms. That's how we used to ride.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And it was just, we was wilding. But then as we got older and matured, we all realized that, hey, we all are truly living in our greatness. That's why the acronym is for must achieve greatness. Right. So you get in life what you must have. What you absolutely have when you say, you know what, I gotta have this shit. I don't give a fuck. This is happening. That's when it's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you have to have your great, everybody got different greatness. Right. Like Chef Jam is cooking. Big bro is in the hospital. Other bro coaching, teaching. Right. So you must have your greatness. That's when you're gonna have it. That's where must achieve greatness came from. Yeah, it just evolved.
I keep calling it M.A.G, but it's M.A.G.
Hey, call it M.A.G. I ain't mad at it. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's the brand.
That's amazing. So you're 10 years plus in this thing as an athlete.
As a hooper, athlete. How old am I? 34? 12.
12.
Yeah,
damn.
12.
Congratulations to that, because your knees still working.
Girl, ice bags, stretch, pray.
It's intense. I'm pretty sure it's intense.
I done had so much different things. I had to take different medication for it. Then I got like cartilage is gone, so now I have to get out of there. So then I got to get injections to get like artificial cartilage in my knee because it's bone on bone.
God damn.
Yeah,
you put yourself through. Do you have insurance on yourself?
You feel me? I do now. I told you shit up. You thought I was playing. I do now. Shit. Yes, I do. Proud to say it.
So
Northwestern Mutual.
Let's get into the artistry portion. Okay. How did that even become about? Because you said you weren't really thinking about that when you were an athlete. So when did you start thinking about it, and then when did you start taking it as serious as you do?
Music has always been there. Like if you know about sports, football, basketball, whatever. Music is all when you before the game, headphones. So music has always been there. I just never looked at it as a way to start a business, as a way to build a community, as a way to build wealth, as a way to create. I never looked at it as that. I always looked at it as, okay, music in my head is hooping. So music always been there. So once I was 29 and Jody Ryan, my first time ever, I never got exposed to a live show. I never got exposed to going in the studio. I never got exposed to none of that. Even
throughout your travels of the world, you
never got exposed to it at that level, no. It was always just parties, like listening to music at a party, or like playlists or CDs. I used to burn CDs like motherfucker.
Oh, listen.
I had to make CDs for years. I was doing that. But I ain't go to no show or nothing like that, or I ain't go to the studio or know about the management, who did what. Like I ain't know about none of that. Labels. I just knew the artist. You know what I mean? So when I took him to the studio and I saw what he did in there, he was flaming shit. That shit goddamn brought me to tears. It was so beautiful. So I'm like, oh shit, I love that. What is that? So then I started exploring. Yeah.
What did you explore first? Did you explore like getting management, or did you explore like the beats, or like what actually took you there?
Management.
Him.
Me and Jody Ryan. I was managing Jody Ryan. And then I ain't never, I was just learning how to barely manage myself. Fuck, I'm gonna manage him. So me and him would bump heads a lot, and then we would go through a lot of different things. I mean, we had successful times, we did some things, but we was going through a lot of gray areas. So at one point, me and him just decided not to work with each other, but we were still cool. My dog, he's like, but I just can't work with you on that level, friend. And I'm different. I treat it like it's basketball. If you play on my team in basketball, you know I'm different. I might haul off on you. Like, it's different. And I'm trying to fix that with that. And it was just weird. But it got to a point where I ain't had no artists. I spent all this money, all this time, even more important than money, I spent the time and the resources in the studying and learning. But now I know about the industry and know what's up, at least know from my outside, okay, so this is how you make money. This is what they do. So now, and I still love it. Honestly, I just had a dream, and through that dream, I woke up in the middle of the night, started writing, and next thing you know, I'm writing. I ain't go to sleep for like 8 days straight because I'm writing and hooping. So after practice, I'm coming back, writing, rapping. And I found a studio in France. I was in France at this time. Found a studio in France right next to my apartment.
Wow.
After practice, I go to the studio. After practice, so I was doing that for like, I do that now, but at that point, the intensity was so crazy I couldn't sleep for like 7-8 days. I had to go to the team doctor like, yo, I can't sleep, bro. What the fuck? Give me something now. Like, so, you know what I mean? So I had to go through that process, and that's when I found I really, really loved it. And like, I love the artistry portion. I love creating. I love rhyming. I love writing. I love beats. Like, all the intricate, the whole process, all the intricate details of artistry, of being an artist. Right. I found that I love that.
So what would you say the similarities would be being an artist and an athlete?
I mean, every studio session ain't gonna be the best session. It's like practices, you're gonna lose some games. Sometimes you're gonna get on the trip, I gotta relay that song, I gotta rewrite that wasn't good enough. You can go through that, and then it's like, right before you perform, the adrenaline you get, like when they call your name to come out the stands to play, right before you perform, you get the same feeling. It's the same exact feeling when you play and when you perform.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the same feeling. The butterflies and excitement, and you gotta poise yourself and get yourself balanced to give on a great performance. It's the same exact shit from basketball and performance. So, that. What else? Competitiveness in a sense, but it's a little different because in music it's more so like it's numbers, and in today's world numbers are deflated because I mean you get on by paying for marketing. You know what I mean? So numbers, I don't know. I mean, I guess, but basketball is more direct competition. It's I'm going against you for 10 minutes, I'm gonna outscore you. It ain't like that in music. You know what I mean? Right. It's more so for me, run your own rate. Now, when you have music competitions like we did in the mix, it can be similar to that with the judging and stuff like that. But again, it's in somebody else's hands. I know if I get a bucket on you, I'm gonna get this bucket. I'm just gonna go straight at him and get this bucket. It's just I don't know.
Do you think you're gonna succeed more in basketball or in being an artist, or do they work hand in hand? Because you've made it thus far as, you know, being an athlete. So
yes,
you still have many more years to make it as an
I
artist.
just started.
Yeah.
Like, I've started the process all over. So it's like, I just look at it as making it as you doing something you love to do, and you're financially supporting yourself with doing that. And right now with basketball, that's what I'm doing. Now, as far as music, in the first 4 years, I made some money from it. I hosted some events and I did some things with it, and I'm still learning about it. But I just put it all together, so it's another avenue for me to make. I want to create money, create wealth with doing shit that I love to do. I don't want to feel like it's work. I don't want to work. I'm not working. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the studio. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to make money doing that.
Right. So what are you working on now as far as your music goes? Being that you're fresh in, are you going to do like independent? Are you looking into stuff like, you know, branching out as far as distribution, or have you not thought about that thus far?
I had a couple of couple of labels I've never heard of. Hit me on Instagram. I can't remember the names. I didn't even. Emails. I didn't even entertain it. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for all that yet because I didn't get a lot to learn, and I got to get better as an artist. So I got to keep growing and developing. One day will I be to the point where somebody, reach out to me and give me some money for it? Yeah, and then I sit down with my people and read it and see what's up. You know what I mean? But right now, I can support like a label's like a bank. So that, you got to pay for this, pay for marketing, pay for that.
Right.
So I can support myself to a certain extent right now. So right now I'm just worried about branding more so than anything. Branding and then marketing and branding more so than anything versus trying to get somebody else to support me. Right. Yeah, I could just go hooping and learn as I,
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm blessed. I hoop.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just found other things I love to do and I invest my time and my resources into that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So walk us through the day in the life of you being an artist and not an athlete, because I know you turn off being an athlete and turn on being an artist. So walk us through the day in the life of being an artist.
Honestly, there's no day without sports. I give you that. There's no day without sports. I give you that. But as an artist, like I said, like on an off day, the day before I came here, I was in the studio. So I played Thursday, had a game Thursday. Friday, I had a studio session from 3 to 8. Every day I meet, because now I got a guy I work with, Trey from Love Other Media. He helped me out with different content. We either creating content or putting a plan together, a campaign together to release the content, or like I said, branding. So we're doing other things with our merchandising and things with branding. So have meetings with him on how to do that, and then like I said, then back to the gym, and then it's executing meetings or executing plans. Like, we got events coming up this summer. I'm gonna be back here in June. So when I come back in June, we're gonna do another music event and then also do some camps for the kids and stuff like that. So planning for that a lot. Like I said, creating music. I write every day, rhyme every day, find beats. I'm always looking for beats. I got a trunk load of shit in the trunk. You know what I mean? I got a lot. I just keep them. I keep them. And then when it's time to release them, I release them to the world. But yeah, always creating. You can't stop creating shit.
And what is your newest song that you have or you're creating now or put out?
I just throw them out there, right? So I don't really have that one song, one single that I say that. But my top joints, the Mind and Minds, people fucking with. Frank Lou Mind and Minds, they're not seeing me. People fucking with, they're not seeing me. Undrafted. That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Now, do you do this also overseas? I know you say you go to the studio overseas and stuff. Do you perform and
For sure.
What do you do to help your artistry overseas, and then what do you do over here in the States?
Great question. For sure. I'm all right now. I'm mostly organic. I haven't put a big budget towards marketing because I don't want to fuck up. So I'm studying. So I want to see exactly what's what, who's who, and how's how. But a lot of my shit is organic. So yeah, I go to different podcasts and meet different people with different influences in different areas. Or I just say fuck it, go to the beach and just meet people and just here's my music. I'm American influence. I'm American artist. I'm American. This that. They going 'cause I'm not from there. I'm 6'9", black with locks. You know what I mean? So people listen to me. So I meet a lot of people face to face on this. Give me your phone, sign into my shit. Go to here, listen to that, listen to that. A lot of people face to face.
Now, how is the reactions overseas based on in the U.S. too? Like, what are your reactions? What is their reaction to your music?
I would say it's like bigger critics are here, right? Because hip hop and rap, even basketball, like that's. I mean, I don't want to use the term African American because we aren't the only African Americans. You got black folks in Brazil, black folks in. So what are they're African American technically? So I call it hip hop and rap because we the only ones that within that hip hop, rap, and R&B. I feel like we kind of created that here. So in that genre, I feel like it's everywhere here with us. So it's more critics here. Overseas, they're like, oh shit, somebody American, he rap?
That's all they worried
So it's a
about.
lot of that. Now you got some overseas that's really hip hop fan. That's why you got someone like Pusha T can go to Belgium and get 5,000 people at the show, 10,000 people at the show, because you do got people over there that's really
about their life.
Yeah, so I done ran into a couple of those folks, and I try to find that culture within that city. You can go to the studio, go to the barbershop. Everywhere got a barbershop.
Right.
Go to the barbershop. Start there. So that's what I usually do, and I start networking and trying to find out who's who, what's what, linking with artists, creating with artists, seeing who you know this.
Right.
I had to work my way up to a guy named Nino. He's basically their version of Future.
What?
A French version of Future. Right before the pandemic, I done worked my way up to, I was about to open up for him in London. You know what I mean? I was going to have a game on Friday night and fly to London Sunday, open up for him, and then fly. I was going to do that type of stuff. But then the pandemic hit.
You about that life. You ready?
Yeah.
You said...
Boots on the ground. Troops on the ground. Boots on the ground. Yeah, I'm going to move. What? If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. You also mentioned about giving back to your community through M.A.G. Can you talk a little bit about that and what you do for the children?
Now, I had the nonprofit I started was Advancement of the Gifted.
Okay.
And I just started that out of the blue. I didn't know nothing about a nonprofit. The profit ain't in my pocket. I'm getting it somebody else, so it must be a nonprofit. So I'm gonna just get it. I ain't know about writing off nothing. I ain't getting the profit. Y'all getting it, so I'm getting it, y'all. So I did some events with that, and then Tank Athletics. I started with training kids.
Okay.
I was doing that for about 3 or 4 years. It was hard to sustain because I'm always traveling.
Okay.
And then I had the highlight tapes going for the kids. And then right now we're starting back up with the camps.
Okay.
And then Right Path Outreach is my brother, my dog, Nick Wright. Shout out to Nick Wright, man.
Shout out to
from
Nick
Suffolk. Wright. His nonprofit, like today he had a food drive. He had a food drive every Sunday, give away food. So I donate to him, and then I talk to him about different events, and I go to his events and do things what he do. And then we're partnering up on an event this summer we've been talking about. So I'm going to do an event with them this summer. And then honestly, if you're a kid and you want to hoop or you want to do music and you hit me up, I done paid for kids studio time with no recognition. Like, here, go to the studio, here.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, man, just hit me up, man. Hit me up. I done did so much stuff like that. It ain't even about bragging, or it ain't about he said it. It's about
giving back.
This kid want an opportunity. This kid need an opportunity. I'm gonna give you something. So I done do that. I don't even count that. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to get in on what Swagger Like the Don got going on. I'm gonna tell you when we get off here, because he got a bus trip coming soon. So yeah, we're gonna get into that here shortly, because he's real dope. He also has a platform too. So you might want to listen to him. Look at it.
Say less.
So how did you come up with the showcases? Because that's where we initially kind of cross paths. And Versacal, shout out to Versacal, the only unicorn that I know. You understand me? So talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to push forward to our top 3 questions catered to you. So go ahead.
Okay. Competition. Like I said, with sports, always seeing competition. So I'm thinking, okay, let's have a little competition with this music thing.
The girl who won, she is going off now. You understand me?
Lit.
You understand me?
Yeah. Lit.
She
lit. She's full of energy.
Energy, she killing it.
I love it.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Tanika. Keep doing your thing, girl. Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I travel a lot and I do different things. So I saw different people actually performed at a showcase in Atlanta.
Okay.
I went to a showcase in Atlanta. At that time, I had a consultant in Atlanta. She was like, "Hey, they doing a showcase? Come down here. I think you should come." The guy from T.I. joint, T.I. label was down there.
Clay
Evans?
Evans?
Tell me his name.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's Clay.
He was looking and stuff. So I thought, all right, bet, I'm going to go down there. But the crowd ain't show me no love. They might as well boo my ass off they goddamn stage. So I just cut the music, man. And I just started rapping, freestyle. Cut the music. Fuck, I got something for y'all. I'm going to spit then. But that's a tough crowd. Tough.
Do you think that part was tougher than basketball, or was that even?
I done lost games. I done lost by 30.
Yeah.
I ain't scared to play though.
Yeah.
I won't scared to perform. Well,
Yeah.
that's why I said cut the music. Y'all gonna hear me fuck with this. Since y'all don't fuck with me, y'all gonna hear this today. Y'all gonna hear about 3-4 minutes. Y'all gonna hear this. Fuck it, y'all doing. For real, that's how I felt. I felt a little embarrassed, like they hurt my shit. Like y'all ain't rocking in this shit. Y'all tripping. I felt that. You know what I mean? I was cutting the music. Fuck. Yeah.
You gonna hear me today,
What?
goddammit.
They looking at me like, who this tall ass nigga on my face? Like, who this nigga? I'm like, damn, tough.
Yeah.
Atlanta was tough.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it though. I liked it. So I wanted to bring that same energy here to VA.
Okay.
That's why I started the In the Mix showcase.
Okay. Now, is that still a consistent thing for you, or
I did it that one time, and then we had plans to come out there next summer, but then I had caught a job, so
Okay.
I had to go. I was moving.
Okay.
So. Yeah, we definitely gonna do it again. No, we it's in the works. We're definitely doing it again with different artists, and we're gonna make it definitely bigger and more of a better experience for everybody. But it was definitely a fun event, and we definitely want to do it again. Yeah, we got some events coming in June. It's in the works. We're looking at spots right now.
Okay. Well, you know you gotta bring me back. Bring all of us back.
Come on. We're gonna turn up.
And last but not least, what are you seeking in your artistry? Like, if you could like talk to the people out there and see like what you could get, what are you seeking in your artistry? Like, are you looking for producers? Are you looking up for other artists to perform with? I'm not perform with, but to collab with, or networking. So talk a little bit about that and what you're looking for.
Everything. I'm like, if you're an artist and you love what you do and you're a serious artist, yeah, man, link. We either create together, or whether it's music, whether it's an event, it could be anything. Company branding. Like, if you're an artist, you love to create and you're serious about it and you want to build wealth with it, then yes, we need to sit down, because 1 + 1 is not 2. 1 + 1 is 10. So if you got two people moving on the same type energy, the same type time, and they're on the same wave, they can do a lot. They can do a lot. So yeah, I'm always linking and trying to meet new people and trying to figure out what's out there.
Now, do you have a home studio when you come back to Virginia?
I have a house studio.
Okay.
I have a house studio that I go out the crib, but then even when I'm here, I still record with Rico. I just meet different producers and record with different people.
Okay. Well, you have a home here, so you can come back anytime.
Oh, y'all get it in over
here.
here.
Yeah, this is his studio.
Oh yeah,
this
say
is
less.
what we
I'm
do.
gonna pop up. I'm gonna pop up. Yeah.
It's about to be lit in this bitch. I can only imagine what your studio sessions be like.
Don't worry about it. I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you way better than I can tell you.
Excuse me. And final one until we move. When we move on to after top 3. Leave something to this thing called entertainment and to the people in the world. Like, what would you want to leave?
When I leave the world, what would I want to leave? Something that makes the world better than how you left it. So to the fam, definitely a legacy. And I want to touch your mind. I want to make you think different. I want to make you think different. I want to make you see it different, not just with these eyes. See it different, you know what I mean? And then believe in yourself. I want to leave with you believing in yourself. Say, oh, shit, he did that. So I know I can do that type shit. You know what I mean? That's more important than anything physical. Now, physical. Once you have that, you can build anything physical. Yeah, so I always say that everything in this world was created twice. First in the inventor's mind, next in our reality.
I believe it.
Yeah, if people can see it, because everybody was given a certain vision. If you can see it, then you can go do that shit. But a lot of people are like, their shit is dimmed down because of societal shit and different things they got going on. And they listen to other people and they can't really see through the noise. They can't cut through the noise.
Right.
So yeah, I would say I would leave that. I just want to touch minds. Yeah.
Okay, well, shout out to you. So let's move forward to top 3, which is catered questions for you. So top 3 places you've played basketball at.
City or on court?
It doesn't matter. No particular order.
City life, nightlife, Milan, Tel Aviv. When I was in France, I was an hour away from Paris, and Paris is different. Paris is different. So I would say those. As far as on the court, I had my best years when I was in France. I played with a point guard named Tweety Carter. He bought it out of me. So I had my best scoring years, my best basketball years in France, year in Israel. And then I'm actually playing pretty good now. I'm having fun now.
Where are you at now?
In Uruguay. South America.
Okay.
Yeah, South. I'm at the bottom of the map.
I was like, okay, yep, that's where you at. All right. Top 3 performances. I know this is fresh for you, so I guess give us your top 3 performances if you've done 3 so far.
When I was in France, I would say that's my littest moment. I caught a wave.
Mm-hmm.
So I had some pretty good shows out there. Had some pretty lit shows out there. Started a little mosh pit out there. Everybody jumping around, going crazy.
You jumped in?
What? Jumped in? I was in the middle of that jump. What? Shirt off. Let's go. Fuck it. We ride. And this what we doing right now? Yeah, it was like one of those. This what we doing? Okay. So yeah, she got lit in France. She got lit. And on this side, haven't done too many. I did Atlanta, I did one in Carolina, and I did VA a couple times. It was a show that Mount Fish. Scotty Quits downtown Norfolk.
Okay.
When I did one of his shows a couple years back, that shit was pretty dope. It was fun. It was a good experience. Some good artists in there.
And top 3 moments in your career overall.
Top 3 moments.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, I do it like this. Top 3 life-changing moments.
Okay, we can do that.
To where it was like, damn, like euphoric, and I'm gonna say good way and bad way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just impacted me and made me who I am today. When I won my first championship at ODU, and I really wanted it, like I trained for that and I got it, and I ran in the stands and I hugged my pops, and everybody was like rushing the court, and everybody was on the court, and I'm in the stands just hugging my pops because we really wanted that shit.
Right.
That moment was big to me and it stained to me. Another moment in a bad way was when my pops died. Yes, it was fucked up for me, but I have to bury my pops. You want that. And on top of that, I think it pushed me to be a better athlete. Try to figure life out, because now you're in a position where you've never been in before.
Right.
And another big moment is when I first met my daughter and I seen my daughter. Because when she was born, I was overseas. Right? It's different things that come with this shit now. I'm trying to tell you. It's different things that come with this shit. Yeah. It's different things. So the team wouldn't let me go. So, yeah, girl, I'm trying to tell you. Team wouldn't let me go. I had to play. I couldn't come and see my daughter. Yeah. So when I first met her and she seen me and I seen her, it was like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that moment fucked me up, though. Yeah, that's it.
So I do appreciate you for sliding through. It is about that time. But before we get out of here, give your social media and shout outs. And then I have one final question that I ask at the end of the show.
I bet. Again, Frank Lou Tank on Instagram, Mustard Cheese Greatness on YouTube, on TikTok, Mustard Cheese Greatness. Big shout out to the fam. Big shout out to Jody Rod, Chef Jam, Joe, you already know what it is. Shit, if I ever made money with you, shit, overseas, here, we made money together, shout out to you, man, already.
I know that's right. Okay, so the question of the day is, what bothers you about the industry and what do you think you can do to help fixing it?
I feel like a lot of shit is watered down now because of the access of social media, and because, I mean, like I said, you can market anything, and some people will go for it if it's simple. You know what I mean? It don't matter what it is, people go for anything now. Some of the things I hear I don't really like, but then there's some of it I do. You know what I mean? It's just creating. And I feel like the process is now to say I'm an artist is easier. You know what I mean? You drop a mixtape, you've been rapping for a week, now you're an artist. No, like, I feel like you just gotta really, it's just like hooping. Like, you can't go to the rec 2 times, say I'm a hooper. No.
Right.
Go through your process. So, for real, that shit, it's getting nutty. Like, For real. It's getting nutty.
I had made a post the other day. I was like, stop gaslighting these people and let them know that they shit is trash.
Come on now.
Let them know it's trash.
Come on now. And even so, what I'm gonna do to honor and respect that, I'm gonna continue to go through my process. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep enjoying it. I'm gonna keep elevating through it, and I'm gonna stay committed to it. Right. Cause I know I go back and listen to my first shit. I'm like, who the fuck let me put this shit out? I done went through that moment. You know what I mean? I done seen. So I'm like, okay, I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm humble enough to know when you lose a game, when you win a game, learn from it, enjoy the process.
And that's a good point, that people aren't as humble or cannot be as humble as yourself or themselves, because some people just think that they're just supposed to make it, and that's not. It's a process. You got to work.
Process. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Go through your process and enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate you for sliding through. Follow the page, So Hollywood the Podcast Instagram page. Follow me, the host, M.A.G Hollywood 313 on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to perform on Welcome to the Limelight, I do have some open availabilities. Like, share, subscribe to this. And if you don't have anything else, we're going to say peace up, A-Town down.
Already 2 up, 2 down, VA. All day, yesterday and tomorrow.
Shout out to Session 420, Swaggle Out the Dawn, G-Stacks 216, and Black Nuance. Peace up, A-Town down.
Is it me or is it hot in here? You got it. Is it me or is it hot in here? SoHollywood.
I tell Dad.
Okay, here. Now, let's see.
To be a guest on So Hollywood the Podcast, just email sohollywoodthepodcast@gmail.com or follow me on Instagram, So Hollywood the Podcast, and MISS Hollywood 313.